And I pay attention, of course, social videos ni be twagu ye no a na ye nuanom a arahosam a see wo Accra New Town ya enipa miensa as we speak ye say wo mato ananom won se do menim se update aba no say bia be ka ho ne ade dia I can't tell but as we speak no nkrofo a wonom ahwere wonom kwa be miensa de na eno ne asem no but I pay a topic I be discuss wo ha has to do with the president of the land. Yeah, your friend is saying UN. Your friend is saying one summit. I'm here. Yeah, could PRCB. Na next some the two judges say, "Moi, what kind of back some crime history no slavery. Dear bakwa na ano den papa. Oshesenia. And I saw how near hocha ni paku at that time." Na womutimi edege aman AICC hono a efi abrofo nsem a ano odenti ye pay for do no anya akwenya egina international platforms so a na o makasa fa ho na aboa se ne be ya ye nyina ya adwen beba so se enye easy ti President Mahama ekoye na odi nko ne speech mu na odi tuja kire se esese ye nya justice. And as I say, two and among the fa slavery a ye ne or how nations and sweat the brain. So you say a capa can say as you timina justice from sa or how I come yam wabwaya, ya drink, yam wabwaya home, yam prepare to us justice as say as individuals a course or how no imu. More American history no transatlantic slave trade and Indian slave trade in other ones a kahu bebre and of course you could see that you're crying pay for na wanum and I crying and nanom na wanum kahu wa wako asem man sodano wa konusua ye dware wanum wumu ya etwato kran sana ya kwako ton de amabrofo no could see that ayara we se mkodu on ma wo se kragu ni ade a ba na penanka say nya Reverend Agyenim Boateng political analyst nya no ha na yedi nkomo kakra of course ono ntimi amba no penti ye ne opini Emmanuel Kwawukumey minim se dinu anu no a be ko no honti ono be ma yedi ni yi ono ye political and social interest analyst ona na pe mi ne hia wa ha no yedi nkomo na ya hwese de tienso ankasa of course ono so yo Ghana ba na Ghana ni ba nti no de course so enra ara wo se mo si wo New Town mama ne di hu nkomo tia wa bi ansana itimi akoma menda Franco Trading Enterprise for say na yenkon komo no so penyi mpacho good morning.
Good morning.
Mpacho bokode
ya mi adom ye ho ye na wo so
adom yenso kakrakra yeguso aye koyi ni mu anesa ade kina ye won kwade a na ye de aseda mo twedi amponyankopon na yasan ato aso pacho se odi ni minyane yi edi ni ye Kwawukumey. Okay, Kwawukumey. All right, iti nidi no Kwawukumey. Openi Emmanuel Kwawukumey. Ono ye political and social interest analyst. Ono na pe mini bedi nkomo property dey break no so ene. Openi minim se de ekoso wa Accra New Town. 4 and 3-story building na ebuya nipa be miensa according to Interior Minister Homefimu. Minim se if you've chanced on that story, now how did you feel coming across that story?
Okay, me da say na me chia wahwefo nyina ene dwuma pa moye.
Okay.
As a social interest analyst, you should know that's a social issue. So definitely I'll be interested.
Okay.
That is what it means to be a social interest analyst. Accra New Town baby minim ho yi.
Okay.
I know that very well. I'm familiar with that building. I know the site, I know the place.
Okay.
Baby ye nyinu yetimi kodi agro wo ho. Me ma ebusuafo meti esenkofo miensa ehwe omonkwa enti no me momo yakọ ya ade a yie me magana fo so yakọ because say na enye busua no
aka obi a
adane Ghana nyina
okay
enti no me momo yakọ se meti year ebesa assembly na ewo ho no e kan say your bomu koko efasa building no some time ago say it's not fit for purpose say wontimi nko ho enkonye hu bibia be menu ye nim say ewo on my way mo no buildings bebre mo na ye sorry from school buildings to baby ayeton san what have you we say sorry some cost wo ho nti megidi say is one of those things ye de ho akoma sorry for ya omosom omonyame me name the type of investigations course one sana omo ya sorry wo ho
okay
but megidi so say bia omo sati ya sorry wo ho no a check akra
yes
because we hwe dom na ye pa che no chere say omo ho a check akra and assembly no so me name how many times omo akọ won you omo say baby a mo sha mo som no say ne ho bibi betimi esi
okay
but ne beba na aba no ba mi so metimi aka say Ghana for misreka sometimes ya so de kakra ya so de kakra you say o to ejamwafo
na we to momone so fo
yenti men kan trasa nukrenya meaning sometimes ya so de kakra me gidi say going forward no yentie omo a ye de adwuma ahye omo nsa omo kasa yentie ebeboa yen pa
okay
because anytime me say me say me tie ni here because radio so na me tie say assembly no kasa
but opinion say assembly ni say omo warn people not going there because that structure no doesn't fit purpose I don't want police structure down
also you see structure is not fit for purpose there were different variables and I say ingredients
okay
the entire you see is not fit for purpose
okay
for instance maybe I was say depending juma you be or building way mu you better catch yourself it's not fit because it's not fit for that
purpose
because
be another francophobia breed at home
and fit for purpose no is varied depending on new obeye ehun koko na ye bebo
but opinion mamofa picture into TV so my nensha DB if you look at structure na esi ona as a pillars what structure ni mu kra no you could see clearly say anya DB bitimi hold it down isi ho minim say we pay attention and e wo ho minim say we pay attention to that almost 14 years na ye esi ho no aye attend here
exactly
it is so togu so we aboshe no dia
nti no nipa betimi akọ obi betima nante wo ho be say obewura ho wo say wo so speakers ni sanyama no a generative vibration
okay
nti am say fit for purpose issue no there
variety
because in a sense say ebi omu wura ho nkofo ko tena ase edi nkomo a nothing will happen but once ye botwene ya so speaker ye dede dom wo mu no the vibration be call building no more. It is certainly no at the end of the day no ebeba so 14 years 14 years if penyawo can
yes, that is what I've read
14 years 14 the building should have been gone by now and almost just say near building ni there no that be oba be enforce pillars no aye ni year na it is now kind the assembly also will have to take some blame for 14 years
I see ho
so not fit for purpose as I say obi alcohol but what is the structure doing there and yet 2 years ago and yet 3 years ago 14 it's a whole assembly
yo maybe so assembly because we are a social interest analyst issues as such no also interest e wo ntina ma maybe so no ya link way to nekra enra enkomo e ba say Accra International Conference Center say you close no because and also for years 1991 you see sir a honor edifice no ya renovation eti leaders were also waiting until say so be collapse kunipa asana yakase ko recently no matter so say we mo renovation eti your maintenance culture we Ghana had there anyhow you share no because we obi consider akwaje permit to assembly ho EPE for be around abe check say be a we sit down here edanom type a we see ho no ana be bisa omina sa organization jamaka so mo fail for doing their work because ya twen ekunipa wi ansa na ebeka sa afei yanko yimfi ho na just no I don't know how you see Ghana as a social your friend is an interest analyst issues of social interest oban fa na serious and I say you tune jeje mu because we feel say obi asem nya ya santi
conference center starting nyunyu achewo starting complaining about conference center say yentimi conferences wo ho obo ho na mo akọ akọ ye maybe 1 or 2 bi na we na stop no more small renovation bi bebe say bebe edu no edu pempen so a they can no more cover up until na aba na say they have to close it down.
Yes.
One me believe say yeah yetimemofo no I'm sure sometimes we are not angry enough. We are not angry enough because ade enya no yentime enka ne yie ma obi hu say ne ekoso no enye man. Could you believe say anka yan closing it down still people
people still go there.
Will go there and do their programs. So we are not angry enough. Even our national theater.
Yeah, national theater.
And also is suffering from
problematic, serious issues.
And there are many buildings in town.
The last time I visited, I visited a washroom. Now it was so bad. Washrooms in here bad to the extent that it be crown flashing. Too bad. But okay, program at the Omujiska.
Oh, they'll take money and you go because yet memofono. I question say we don't have options. We need to call on private investors and the private sector. Anka yewo ankunanku etimi CBB to say or more than this. We say with time people will move there. Maybe a typical example. And not better we gospel program. For instance, we call Perez Chapel. People go to do programs there. Oil Dome, Royal House Chapel, any other
Pentecost convention.
So we need people to come up and put up places like this. And with time, we will move away. We should be encouraging investors. Maybe the management of property, television should reconsider some of these things. The whole of Dansuma here, do we have a center where we want to have events? So private individuals should start considering these things. But the populists have no choice
than to use
you see, that's a problem.
And that is what is killing us.
Exactly. Because we don't have the options. And now, before now you're GTV. GTV and a GBC.
The state-owned media house.
Almost BBA and so called Kanda.
Yes.
But with the proliferation of TV stations and radio stations, I mean, how is it going? Now people have choice.
Crowded.
Yes, people have choice. Into obiti Dansomaha, obiti Tema, obiti Ifa. Station Ebeno, that's where it's going to go. But before then, it was centralized. Upe say, wasem, and I said, you need to go to the state-owned television. But once they open it up, today, you can choose to go anywhere. So I believe that places of entertainment and where we have programs, it says, say, in fact, if every regional capital, Bibisa, and also so better this how because National Theatre, International Conference Center, to some extent, once a 1 year programs be into wear and tear, and say who use a bedroom maybe no.
Yes,
wonderful. Into Akaya one every regional capital, Sebi obi be programmer on Bakra or be in the region. But here's the case: International Conference Center, into Obiabaho. National Theatre, into Obiabaho. So we should begin to encourage. Share your private investors. No crime. Say, omobo modia, omope asasi. They should invest into public spaces. And then, the only children's park I ever, and no ben National Theatre hono. And no one ever. Share the state of even the children's park.
I abide there to be.
Say a China ye ton sa sonoma develop a beer.
And one who even knows so much home put than a evening.
But we say Dachibi.
Oh, young fellas are
Dachibi.
And a son, Nanny, about 2 just say your friends, a Chimota Forest, I must start at home. A Chamom.
We should be interested. And the media, those of you sitting on television, these things should be part of my campaign. Sometimes more identifying you may be a Mumayam Bosso. And I'm a catcher on at the whole, and then the year programs for her. Me say Dachibi. Say your Tomo Bia.
Sana opinion Emmanuel ka say they win hint to say eh be
me see Dachibi. Say your Tomo Bia.
Okay.
Yen chirima ye mano.
Okay.
If an ombeko akodi agro. We mu na ye how.
The individuals should be encouraged. Not women sisi sa money be so that pressure and state owned and
brother who call India hospitals kesi say sana ye work the buwa konfa noche. It's not owned by the Indian government,
by individuals.
Inti enya dia make it's not a new thing. Omo mutu ko munim. Wotu kwa manoni there are a lot of countries are nyemo mo wo ho no enye aban dia etime mo fon no dia. That's why the citizens no omo very powerful in those countries because enye aban ade. And then who call Kolebuha so who found this no bed syndrome because I have been juma into bet me can you open anka I akuna juma obet matna waka say
can we hand over those institutions and as those vital points to individuals? Can we do that?
Handing over, there's a culture, there's a systemic culture. Systemic means say I don't watch it almost no. But these individuals, if we can have consortium as an American, you bet me a bibia as I saw who Ghana ha even dance my here as I saw happen.
Ghana bet me yes a me at our age and ne e catch ye who say ni etwem yendwi enko ye nimu a sakra ye beba yendwi nka say ni enye no enya ye beko ye nim ba se me wo ni aye bra ye uncle ye auntie bia train yesu ye bana eno na ye boss wa we will still be where we are. Say na me new etimi ka say near aircon no emboaye na then we can stand tall and do the right thing. How many years has it taken us after abolition of slavery and John Dramani Mahama acco UN to put across a resolution that has been accepted? How many years? Because Obi Tenase can say no, ideally it must come to an end some way somehow. Okay.
And yes, we need to bring them and tell them that nyamu ye no enye na inshisha se muye mofa ye nyema mo ye se nti se nem you so decide say ne ekoso no emboan na we can start and we will end somewhere.
Ebisia ni nyina your mindset and individuals here so your support a lot of people are advocating say sometimes normally be what mo anya banko individuals and so betimi aye and all can also travel call India and other countries, you know. Those big things we see, hospitals, schools and stuff, you know. Some individuals only until they have power, they can also control. Until when I buy them, people don't care. So and they call it. I say we call the alcohol or not the form and not including to myself. I said that's not woman. I mean, young baby. And here, so. Obi asebio yare bi wo ho no yemfa nda fom ube fi hospital ho na wa fase yare foforo asan kan dia de coin ho comfort no chi the same ube ko hemfa the same we kra the hospital so kra na ye o man de akese nkra no na nkete no ye polyclinic ne anu kra de mse wo kwa anu ugina ho na ye de edress nsuesi so ti ugina ho na nsuesi so mi wa se wo da ho na nsuesi so ti oman ne de they are man the day wow sana be but ma yenim common there JM copy mu you and speech or mine say I say take action na slavery it mean find justice for that meaning what in speech ni be what did you deduce from the speech or mine?
Okay, to start with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the Foreign Affairs Minister, the Honorable Okujeto Ablakwa, any team, our ambassador in the US, Honorable Smith, Ambassador Smith, any nomuka kahuno, mebo mo abaso.
Okay.
Omo adwuma pa, omo abo omoden, ama ene at least yedin asa akosobium. The speech now on my end is just about 10%. Of a juma omoyeye. Speech na obiya ka say oh waka say ye waka nsem no e na say nemu say speech no be ye yi ana say be gi atomo a eno na ye backdoor juma omoyeye. For your information no the foreign minister any nyomo keka ho no eto kwan pa. The 123 countries now what say omu vote in favor of resolution omu nyina no yakọ omu chenye omu akasa one on one ama omu reasons why say you cause a meeting na omu vote for the resolution into no to win states, to win countries, to accept and to see reasons say ni opesa wo ye no ni kwanso no enya ada edafom in 2026 enya ada edafom looking at the geopolitical ni ekoso a obi atemi ko World Bank odisika into obia wo nyema ebetimi stop no from supporting you.
Okay.
But for them to agree that they support us, I say about Omo Abaso. The speech no metie, great speech, wonderful issues are raised. But you can about justice to know. I bet say bebre no entiasi.
Okay.
You can say near Europe, Americas, aye etia no. Ye du omu eko emrefie. Who can document na? Niesi die esi. But niesi ye no. Ni faribai the effect anya wo yen so no. Sunsuanso no. We have to deal with those things.
Okay.
Because uhwe ne a ye nana no no. Omo no mo akọ Europe. E na abakosem kire se omo no mo aboa ama ye see Europe ene.
Oh,
America ene. We call Netherlands, we call United Kingdom.
Okay.
British for omodi yen so. There is a bakosem a etre. Omonkasa no say ani. Say bibisa ekoso. Mbeso ti ase nienti a is very easy for Ghana to lead ni say from day one no. When you travel across ye epuano ye coastal no. Most of the castles and forts no enough evidence say asase anase Ghana ha no nkofo bebre efa happen.
Yes.
Those are the evidence. Time I go school no make I say the first group that came in were Portuguese.
Yes.
And they were led by a man called Don Diogo de Azambuja.
Azambuja.
These were things we read in school. And those times it was exciting to read those things. But later did we know that niomu ye no ebetime diyanchi sa ebesi ene
egusu di yeso
ekusu ediyen
egusu di yeso
inti yanya the political freedom by yanya economic freedom.
Certainly.
And I send enyumto ni bomale kan no osi eba no slavery dia e wa adwen no
emancipation
uti ase e wa ya adwen mo enne se China ni wura dem ha menu people of color they will give more respect to that lighter skin person.
Yeah, your friends a Russian guy named by Yemba bi be the open call.
Bema ahonfefo wo promo ha. Bema kantinka e wo ha.
Uba studio ha no.
Nice guys about yourself only skin and skin. Nemom psychologically no. Ofeli say obroni bibi papa wo ni mu. Enunti na ene yesom kra no. Obroni sheda. Etam ni nwe obroni. Emanifo about you say e di si wa sorry dem say enu na e wo
nyankopon
we gi atomo e na wo kwa sorry a no akoto fam na wo su say wo nyankopon nie because wa yama wa dwa akere say ade bia ye bibifo nsan ye bia no enya de pa na ne obroni ye no enu na ye ene ko cantonment ko akwaje ko baabi a ye wo ye embassies anopei ne ko hwe ye nwanom a o masalai yeti kromo ha o yeti sika kokko so ye wo timber ye wo diamond ye wo bibia wa ha ankrofo tina kromo ha aye yie ya fa ankrofo adwuma ko hwe ye nwanom a wo embassies ana no pay o mo ka che say o mo free kromo ha
o mo tu kwan
akọ obroni krom because e ho na somdwe wo slavery no effect no akoso ama ye school mo kra ya desua no ene most of the history books we read no ubesha Europe ho asem the Americans ho asem be yankasa ya mamre any your culture any ne keka ho no bebre no bisa no kra oni so be say obi ene say Dansoma flats e wo wunya cross roadway wa ha ya no hina de see onim because ya bakosem no ya to atwene na yesua obroni Oxford Street ho abakosem the president of the United States of America. He know the British Prime Minister before. But no be say Ghana ha apart from Kwame Nkrumah, we share all the omomodi and so no ombomudin on timim. So that is to that extent. And then ye fa gold, ye fa ye trade, ye call amanoni ekotonton ye nyama ye benya huska. Slavery intino, we don't get even fair deal in trade. And also carry reparation. Nia all ye say or per se semiti ha and obroniti ha, there should be a fair deal.
Yes.
Ma on share me say me be binintino. What me can your patch and I say send or no pen no son or fan. Yen no more or more export to nyema mango all those pineapple. When him say what do you call European nations no or more criteria send or more pen. Well, nyina ye
if Africa na
ekwa omo was standard beer because omo just say yen die be pay ant me nya den free hamba. That is to that.
But according to books, I had a civilization crash as if
why not? Why not? And they are aware because Alexander the Great and omo ba ha nyina omo see they are coming to discover and as omo hwehwe bibi no omo discover the world na omo kan ye no omo bedu ha no na ye nananom no e wo system a omo mu dada because before broni beba no we didn't have nations. We had kingdoms.
Okay.
We have a chiefdom. In other words, no, mea obeko bia no, ye wo hene bi wo ho. Ye wo panyi bi a wodi nkrofo so wo ho. And na wo kinkan ya ba kwasem kra na, bebe ti say dagbon. Bebe ti say asanteman. Bebe ti say bono. Achim, anglo, wo chinchin, obe say we had our system already running in place.
Na aye adwuma perfect.
Perfectly. And san obroni ba. Obroni de di mpapemu, ntichemu, eba yentem. Obroni ne ba emeba ye hu say wo katwi a wo ni dago bani. Mu nye pe. But before mo beba no, na nyina no ye nipa ba ko. Omo no mo ba ye struggle for Africa and omo bechiche ye mu. Eno na ma obi mo ka French. Omususuka English.
Okay.
Omuno mudi sa chiche muni nyina baaye. But before mu be ba ha no, na ye ankasa no, ye nyema dada. Inti history ana ba ko se ma yeti asese, wudu Egypt samre no mu a. Na Egypt eti se ene America. Eti se ene China. Ho na adesua a omo university for Alexandra. Ankofo ko ho ekosua de. A ene ankofo timi to kwa UK. Eko America ko suade wo Yale eni ne ekeka ho ko UK wo ko Harvard no aha na you was investing na broni 40 me ba e be suade ene wo ko Egypt even as a tourist ye do ko desert no so ko cho ba bia pyramids no wa wo be bisa ho say ye ni crane ye ni machines and technology itimi peja abeba so ti say downway etimi yes ade no e ba nsen ne mom no Omecho say before the nina no mom technology bi dada. Omo de say omo nyema no. Nyina no ekọ he. Omo baaye e di ahwehwe. Say eya ye tan hwe ye nimu ntino. Munja ahwehwe na mo hwe mo nimu.
Okay.
E na omo di snap na ye nkrofo no no mo num nsa ebo omo ntino.
Okay.
So no bibi kakra ne ne so timi fa no say o say e ba no sen na ye nsuo. E na omo di gunpowder. Edi say tomu edi ball anoma so anoma no timi tofom timi wudia and there's ade no nyankopon na
powerful
enti omudi nyema wudwini ho ene a
unti ase obeka say ade na yankrofo timi accept sa anoma no easily
sanete omu buy as traders say oh ye nimu eba bedidwa be no omu kra omu som esoso on the side and omu wo agenda bi so omu de buy because the internet Ghana Gold Coast Yena nanom se wonam ho kra na ite se nso no bo kra na na nso to wie kra wo sika kokko
yes
into broni na hu ye hu se there is the coast of gold
yes sika wa hapa
eguha ye tutufum ye fa pikas ye fa shovel ye nyehwe we don't need any multinational say oba be set up a mining company a gold coast eba ne say den inti omunam ekwan bi so start say omudi ntichemu ni papemu ye den eba yentem inti ema yenkofo no bisi so no ebe di wo mumu ene omo ye nafofo eno na ema sa betray anketenkete no eba ya slave trade etimi eje no
okay
eye sanyema no inti sanyema we inti wo hwe document no mo a nia his excellency efre for the resolution say you need betimi atena say for dialogue. He used the word dialogue.
Yes.
Inti enye really say yes we are ye boni where you say Debbie. Just some few months ago the king of Spain apologized here to South American countries. Who were the South American countries? Omuka Spanish. The Spanish also colonized those countries.
Yes.
And na emomu fa nyama bebree mu. Nti omukra no mo apologize to them. Nyama omu fa mu. Enye no nkwa omu ba ye coast hade na omu ye. Timira ahimfie. Nyama ye wo ahimfie eye esombo no. Omu ankofa o. Omu ne akunye. Efan wo ne breso. They stole it. And omu di come krom akọ set up museums. Ene sa nyama no amomo nyisika because nkofo to kwan ekohwe sa nyama no. Last year, this year, the people of Benin, that is Nigeria, artifacts no be no, they insisted that it is returned. And they returned a lot of, and they are still fighting that they should return it. One, sanyema wenyi nyina no, ye nananom, ntina ene se obi gina bebi na ogun san. Won say ye friend nananom. You see, your culture no enye individual. We are not individualistic. Our culture is communal. Communal maker never change say wo come here.
What can we so?
Sana ye no yet here as Africans. By Europe hono it is individualistic. Intina obiat me ye ni ope. Ba ha no wo fa de we I say ebusuan we dia. Ebusuan no enye nipa mienu miensa wo.
Amudo so pa.
Thank you. It is obe for bibi ahemfia. It's a whole entire clan. Ah wafa omujapa de. Eno na omo ntiase. Na sanyema we nyina no ese ye mo omo hu no motimi return because the CARICOM countries are Caribbean countries omo no de this resolution abom because at the end of the day ne say yin eti asese yes resolution se sia no adane ade a you and din inside dem atoso say slavery ade a eye poni a etia nipa wo wiase nyina it is just one of the heinous crimes, more than the Holocaust, more than any other crime. Because we share the period, any uncofo and a man for free Africa, they call Europe no, and who poach say slavery.
Enyade
papa.
Okay. Opinion ni Kwawukumey political and social interest analyst. Kasa ubia adi bia social bibi. Ade bi efa politics ho otimi tenase na o analyze o hwɛ the pros and cons of it na wa hwɛ how and the impact of that particular thing about say and they say ye ka say enra dan bi adwiri gu ani pa hwere o mu kwen a social issue. Identity is a social issue because ade agye nipa nkwa ade bi anka ye hu adwuma ye tu ho anamon temo a nka enkoku nipa seweku na no na onu di hu nkomo ayame ya sen Agyenim Boateng political analysis so kono so ne part Agyenim but of course he's doing justice to the topic my eating yako you know say what kind history about from di abro papa omu bedi abro with the intention say oh yeah konyo we kodidwa because they know say gold wa ha and of course we are still under slavery. Because then ultimately we will be a travel down. Your friends say, call me now if you want to travel. Now you were modern day slavery war. Modern day slavery. And young couple we bring to Africa could be my son. Only slaves who now, even as we speak now. But I'm about mechanical because of or bed dressing. How can you go to school for 4 years, acquire a degree, and go to school for 5-6 years? Acquire a friend is a master's degree. Now acquire sebi you prapra will be fee. You are a slave. If you are in Ghana here, you will be looking for a Juma sebi anye edwuma obi a wonko school da be and obi a wako school da be. So this is what we term modern day slavery. They will polish it. Oh, he's going to look for a greener pasture. But obebano na ejuma oye. Yes, of course, we've had people that bowl your catches say you proper janai, yes, CC amerwafo ho, your church nam ho. Meanwhile, ka wo krum ha ka wonye. It is about time I say you make sure say you bedi ye ho totally as we speak yende ye ho. From 1957, Ghana, I'm for Ghana, I'm in Africa because yeah, Ghana, so we talk about Ghana. 69 solid years I had who fear brofo in Semia. Yeah, Jefa who di from 57. As we speak, we are still relying and depending on your friend saying abrofo. One more when you go there, go the they will go back, refine it and bring it back to Ghana. Now I talk. Yeah, oily, you too oil. Whole Ghana, 2 oil, say there 3%. Because we don't know how to even go about it. It is still no matter say we are under slavery. But the president, the speech of mine, boldly, ama you say, I say, dear, when I say a tenacity to drink. Say no numpona penswa. Some years to come, no. You bet me idea who totally fear brofon in sem. It is a ne. You bury a mackerel, and then you bid you and you be just like a crab. Now, you bet me be African a yen, and a papa can ye. Say, nay, why will be for China rise to do her. Work as a why now, be who China need different. Even point I see you about be crab to make him, oh, see you, but to be feeble, Nino. Which Shanako, oh, do you need water? Mention, baby, I watch you. Ha. But among ourselves, we don't respect ourselves because so bibini do ni bibia. But Kwame Nkrumah can say me. Na yamide. Say yes ye can na ye jemu a. E bedun pempeso Ghana for na wiase nya be say black man bibini so betimi aye bibia. Black man is capable of managing his own affairs. Ye betimi aye. It is possible. Some countries are doing it. Some African countries are doing it. So we can do it. Kanya nese ene obi aye ne wako nursing training ni obi a teacher ni obi a professor obi tu kwan se akoye slave obi maso na broni control no ma me abrewa se bi o wabɔ ne brewie bi na wotene nchen na wombom na wo hwɛ no emma etu kwan ekotwi trailer ekotwi aban ka akoye obi wa hanom a renowned person wa Ghana ha respectable and astute personality to kwai no kotwi boat e will be krum kotwi uber e will be krum ko prapra oh eti yakase we are still slaves not just no krewu we are still under slavery because say broni be na to kwan ba Ghana ha wa be slave wa it doesn't happen because we feel say last we kan ha say na you see new makra you see white and some you see black because we feel say black dey nya the papa bia ade bia fe broni krom ba Ghana dey a the papa ba ya yento tina nei your friend say apostle Joseph Kantanka emeritus ene wu ye na ye hu ne so mfaso yakopon ma no nyansa ne adwen ode aye ka ode aye mfidie na no ko bia se mo kan ye me ya na bisam say eti ebetima yi Africa ebetima yi Ghana say ai Kantanka ka se de otimu a ebetimi kwa o kwa ebetimi apai ka ne be pai kwa engine po betimi yi atofom. With this mentality, how do we grow as a country, as a continent? Meanwhile, obi oye Toyota unim no, do oye Mercedes unim no, do oye Ford unim no, but you believe and trust that person. So do ultima we safe. But Ghana ni bibini ni moja ne skin ye tuntum ti no. Those people we don't regard them. We are still under slavery. Nti say JDM ka say I say a dialogue na inya fahudie totally justice efi abrofo nsemo a ana say efi slavery mu a nkwanso a ekọ mu I say itimi etusa namono. And of course, in the speech, according to the social and political analyst or wahano, I say perfect. But how do we do it? Your role, my role, his role, her role, our rules, and a beboa ma itimi ade ho totally. Obenye me but for 69 years in Ghana nya independent. Are we going to see change? Because it is the same scenario, the same narrative, the same notion, the same history, and I said the same story every day. We change government. Government, we see same thing. You buy a shebo, you need national agenda bia, and I hear the kosafi, you need a bomb, what is a kotosadi. You talk, you tiaka, na yintimi intia, abanfo from ba on twaso. Are we going to have that at a point in time to make sure say Ghana betimi develop? And how many years and a period na ye betimi use to be free totally from our colonial masters?
Okay, my main balancing issue no man.
Okay.
Because you are colonizing and dano, and no say we are the worst of human beings on the planet. When you say more colonizing and I say more fire even as slaves no. Almost also they've done damage to themselves.
Oh, sir.
Yes.
How?
And now you can say your point is say nananum and a bedi sir.
Boneno.
Thank you. And how do you think they feel? Their generation now.
Only if they will feel bad.
No, they are. That is why 50 to 53 countries abstained.
Yes.
The reason they abstain is that Ubon say a idea a bomubrim. Ubon say I deal with their anoshing. Because most of those countries are in Europe. The European countries. But it is strategic because they can also come back and vote that they are not in favor.
Okay.
Internal, they've also done themselves a lot of damage because whatever we are saying today, we are pointing fingers at them. The history is there. Adebakombe say, "You're fearful." Entia say, "You can't change history. What people are trying to do is to change the narrative of the history."
Okay.
I don't know the SEO. Untimi sesano. Nemo bimu pe say ye feel say enye saa na tie. And I say David, untimi ntache say enye saa na tie. Say na tie no.
Saa na tie.
We have to say it as it is. That's what the president went to do. He went there to emphasize say minim say mu nyina mo ate say bibi say akoso. And when you read books, they try to downplay the effect of the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade.
Yes.
They try to downplay it. Metimia Kacho and they say they know how bad it was. That untimi fa unuya ana wunyonko and fa bibi semu. Not only that, omuko do omu destination krano. Then aduma be na yedema omu. They were on sugarcane plantation farms.
Yes.
And even on that farms, and then the TV aye movies aye afa bakosem hono. Utimu say na omo anyane easy.
And yeah, easy.
They more after yacho. Edi sam we na hihye won. Edi wo se ship mu. Ah wu krapo aye beto atwene.
Openyi, the day I call Elmina and Cape Coast Castle, I cried. Obi a wako obi a won so no. Me sure say nipa so na koma no, I don't know. Ebi na on te dia ye kana say. Yes. If you go there and I saw whites, some of the whites, visiting one more. Yes. When they were told that history, they cried. Yes, even Omokranwa, Omonkro,
Thank you.
They felt it.
See, that's the point I'm making. That it is not only that they have done us damage, they themselves.
They've caused damage.
And they are suffering from those things. It's psychological. Because the material is out. Movies on movies have depicted, say, BBC, and amuye. It is a mo country are developed. So mo country aye. It is based on the suffering and the sweat of slaves. And that is one way the new generation in their countries will not want to hear. They want to disassociate themselves from it. But today, the new world order, Africa is being heard. in all these conversations, you know, there's a new world order. Africa is being heard. It's not about Ghana.
Okay, it's Africa.
It's Africa because the AU, which is the African Union, has a massive backing for our president to do what he's doing.
Okay.
The whole of Africa is behind him that go and do it. Because we stand a better chance as people who really understand these things to go and champion it.
Okay. Hold on, mami. Na me ma activity ma ashefo omo hwe omo follow conversation no. Womo so enti inform adwen poka kramra na ebiso ye ni nkomo de afa the president of the land, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, ne advocacy a oye say Ghana nkwaso aye komu some years back na senior slavery course no wa wonim slavery ni senior course no wa kan na wo hwe ho videos na wo te ase no wo say na no man fa de easy that the chains go nsa no nine obenante for months na ya do koshe. In fact, if you get to the castles and you see the dungeons where females were kept, where males were kept, before France and the world and the way Piafa gate of no return anymore. Bankasabi will say more thing. Now what makes history ni biano say we need antete and now we need flashback bia. Recently na me call asem man so ameko who said no. History na ititi bi ni adea. But the reality is there. Baby ade mako bua. Baby a yade mmeme ko bua. No light in framam fem. Anye nipa ye kra yira ho no. Ye mfa ne se na student na e ko ho a. Yira ho na ye be nkrofo be 15-20 pe, and the heat within some short time no you will feel it. Meanwhile over thousands of people na dey omekogu baby a light in you. Now alcohol no you feel the pain, you feel the presence of nkrofo mu ye. Na according to tour guides no we say e form hono no e peja basro a na sisi so nyina no ye nipa ewuo nipa sun ni peja nine ene nnuoma na ama hono ma happy. Once in a while go to these castles and see what happened over there. Na kohu history kakra omo ma ya bre ene nanom na bre pa e ma wo dungeon honom na se onyema wo hwa phobia ho same slave masters no ene anyanyem ma no, and it's a whole lot. Yenyem wonom you misuse wonom. Oh Charlie, it is not easy. Now you be ma cry dey na dey wasem cry mo because o dey omo fa onya hei enti kakra ya dey ho. But for some reasons, and not to some of us, we are not seeing it totally. Intina the president of the land advocate ye pushy now you and so a supporter say totally no yan dialogue if you are safe na yan dialogue na yentiminji ye totally na yenya justice and from those countries who were colonized numbers no was so a obetimi de wadwe mpo aba fa nkomo ayedi ho, and then yandi mfa nkomo a anapeye di nyina fa enra edan ye dwirigu ye ne any pay fee mu ne omo mu pra ne ade obetimi de wadwe mpo de aba because say ye wo fa hudie total na nim dia ye ya some of these things no nka enter AICC ewo ye man no emu opinion amene di nkomo na pay a political and then social interest and analyst and an opinion no di nkomo e friend no opinion Emmanuel Kwawukumey and then no di nkomo ha no pay minim die but say o ye projections. In fact, we didn't chinache, my main can say, oh, your projections. Now, we show the leadership of your mania. One more back, more so, one more baby, dear. One more be Papa B. Apart from we seeing the president moving so hard, so bet me abuama, it mean justice as we are speaking about. No, do you see, and I said, do you foresee, say, or my conquer Ghana, bet me do pepe subia. You bet you can say this is the Ghana we want. Do we see that? And how do you see that?
Debia sakraye eba.
Okay.
We need to also celebrate our small wins.
Okay.
Make us well, yakwa nkrophobia niesi bia no ya ti say oh e fine ho.
Okay.
Ye nya hwe. But me knew ha yetina se see a yetina studio ha a property TV aba ye programs. It's also progress.
Okay, because then time na ba ko pe said na okay earlier.
It is a lot. You at your age as a young man, we growing up, no, you cannot sit on television. Okay. But when you're at your age, you're on TV set hosting a morning show. A lot of progress. Okay. Uber watch after 2024 elections, no. The man penye or can say project bia abandoned than year no oba on twemu. Obetwaso. Exactly. That is progress. Because before now, no, obi obebe bia no, ni obi ayedada no. Ontwaso. Onfi kra. So we have progressed. I say ye hu sanyema we, na ye hu say we are progressing. Sebi enye quantum progress se na ye pen. Enye overnight se na ye pen. Omo matna dan so ma check akra between that summer roundabout. Echo last stop. In the last 7 years or 8 years, or more or nim hapa, Becca show the way road no net here. Eban signer and then ufa down suma insider. Baby, I fine. Baby, I fine. We have made progress. And that's why me ban companies be a minimum main roadways so no. Or more relocated to different areas just within the same place now. Okay. We've made progress. One progress no you say Echina habe than it is New York. Okay. Progress in say Echina habe than it is Berlin. Okay. But in our own small way, say and now ubetu ka akwa ebri, udu people no so agina ho. Utu weni anajo hwe Accra. View ni FSA. So unim Accra in the last 15 years, ubeka say we've made progress. Wow. And now we drive from N1. Udu Accra mo ho a wo kotema. Hwe motorway no. Then ekoso. Expansion. Say we have to dualize it and make it maybe four lane. Progress. Into progress no. My can say ye be drastic. And then your young men were gonna have our manufacture watch. 10-15 years ago, it was not like that. And then your younger some wire sure Ako International. We can the locally made. Thank you. It's me, bra. Minimum, let's do our best. This narrative say we are where we are. No, we've really made progress. We have really made progress, but we are not celebrating ourselves. I say yet me celebrating, now we can do more. But as I say, yen celebrating ye huntino. We are also rewriting another narrative. I am here to say we are stagnant. For me, we are not. And that's your studio, huh? Very young men seated behind the computer. Some are doing editing. Some are doing something. Everybody is engaged in doing something. Gone were the days. They should be in their 40s or 50s to be doing this job. Okay. But very young people. They have something they can do. Once you are IT savvy, they've learned something. They can do programming. They're in the studio here working. We have made progress. We have made a lot of progress in our country. Sometimes, you know, I say your mindset, we don't say anything good about ourselves. But Ankayedi ni beto ho drive from last stop to Dansuma roundabout. Next shops are Yapam African clothing. Yeton. And no better say people now are more even interested in the local industry. Now we are your president to two coin. Echo was it Botswana or Tanzania? Country no back. Yes. Oko na yes ye Batakari na o share.
Zambia na
Batakari na Batakari na o share no. Ye blouse. Yes, yes, slated. Nwanwa. From Sadano up to Nemitihi, Batakari is all over the place. It's in demand now. We are making progress. Why? Or share the core baby. One that is to say Obroni. Omu ye no. Omu comment ama omu who say Saturday we ho enyene. Okay. Ye start to share enyene. Me jidi say ankran juma so boa. Individuals are helping employ. They are setting up businesses. omo expandi yebo omo abaso. So there is progress. Before we set up companies say and you be no. It is discouraging. Then there's some proliferation, there's some open doors. We call here no, upon and I was some small shop built to make business.
Yes.
You can go ahead and do it. So let's encourage people. Now my interest said this you build these skyscrapers. A dining thing, ne who says they are crass. For me, they are crass. We do Malam Junction. Me no, NASA overhead no.
Anyhow.
Inti ns or overhead ni wo hwa
across salmon
brother and sincere what are you talking about because before Malam Johnson ho no omo munim ho yie no na enye nkwalagro to connect from there kwapo a who use baby ye N1 and N1
okay
na a single lane
wow
na futu kwan na nim trees e wo
we 90s imu na 2000s imu
80s no
okay
but ene from motorway no urban, it is asphalted. Double lane to Malam Junction before overhead. Who call Kaswa, Uba, Kaneshi. We have made progress. We have made a lot of progress. And now we do last stop. Who connect here to Accra? More uses our road no. Before that, it is
dear da. Okay.
What I say?
Yes.
Nyemi patron say, yeah. Yes, it can sempafa.
Okay.
We are too much of things are not fine. How are things becoming? I don't believe in that. I believe says I chie and what me betina ha. Edi sempaba eshe enkwaya. We've made progress.
Okay.
Because we be tie wa asem. Onzu di bebo bra.
Okay.
That is progress. Progress and yes say bia wato eduane ama no say ondi nkwa. But asem a waka ama na to asum. Ama obitimi di sa asem no ye dwuma nkoso kese na aba. So we should look at it that progress is not really only in the tangibles. Even the intangibles say and then ultimately can wow story obitimi say and the wa bro asa na wuti ya wo ye dwuma we etimi se obi nkran
yes
e ma no timi sorry fi ni dem say metu metimi aye bi.
Okay,
that is progress. When we look at progress from that angle as a country yebeko ye nimpa ba kwa say de bia no ye sorry anopa
we are looking at the tangible
bakakra no things are changing.
Okay,
we are developing and yet perfect means na can say very perfect.
Okay,
but then me free am be it should have taken about 45 minutes but it took me almost 3 hours to get here
because of traffic.
Wow. Within 45 minutes I can by 5 no be 50 but the time I reach here nemom me can say enye
it's better gradually
we get there.
All right, so me da say openye attending kan and openye Emmanuel Kwawukumey ono political and then social interest analyst ono na need nkomo na pay speech the president of the land, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ekoye wa bra na onimpimfuhia o chese what we've been through sania yana nanom call into slavery na nunti wa mo bre of course you say ade ho but to ono no on sheda hu say ade ho totally of course here justice and for that matter say itimi sake ho tena se na yahehye toatoa enuama na UN United Nations so support it enti ananem command pay but to you and I no we also have to psych ourselves say progress and yet only the tangible ones, the visible ones we see, and not the visible ones. Progress, gradual something. Enti enra na me wo baby foforo, and then I come baby foforo away ni mu. Ana enra na me wontade ni nu na me nya miensa. Enra na me ho nhyada anye fine na me ho ayi progress ne bi no. Enti kakra na yebetimi akọ. So ye nipa no timi sesan ya adwen na ye hu ni se nkunimdie ne nkan nkono ye kakra ebetimi ewie na yenjai se debia no yebekọ yenim ana yebe condemn ya ye ho yebe condemn ya nkasa ye nneoma bia ye yebetimi ma yitu mpo akọ yenim no we will never grow. One kasa crowd nipa one kasa papa ma ho a unko wenim. That is the reality. Ethiopia that's an pese obaya ni be din kuma no say Ghana for sua de more efim. Na going forward no like you said, so Ghana for na timi to anamo ni yi na ye boaboa ye ho ye support whatever good things as say me no ka say nka edan ye bu ye ka obi adwuma hye ne nsa koye ro ka say pull it off and I pull it down because enye safe for purpose and I say it doesn't fit for purpose e ka ye be pulling ka dey microphone me nsa o sese ya hwere o mu kwan kom ye safe the head dey ne say oyere ukunu oba crowd say me kwa asori aba in the name of me kwa asori dey na him say twedi amponyankopon e na wo kosom na wamba biom. What will you think? We come back to me and say, oh, when they nyankopon oni ho. But that is not the issue. The issue is that sometimes common sense I say lidi en e wade bia yemu. I have a property TV, property dey breaks we need 37 after 9. Ye di be si na yako na nyame ya adomo a ya san be china na mmom ma me kan che Ghana fo nyina say the long awaited program reality show ye dey be som Ghana fo no nyame adom ya hyase ya boardishin ne maamo ifiada etwemu yi ifiada ebe yi 3rd April 2026 and I hyase officially contestant na ewo TV screen so no other ones we chiri ye na yen share rap battle property TV and yakwa akofa ba ya ka kire mu say your rappers wo Ghana ha ya wonom ubo mudi obi anim wonom wamako international wamu ye ndoma yetie ne ade and they are making money but you ask yourself a bit to say opinion ya saponom ne adagurus and heroes wamu ye ndoma komunim ya womu ni hobi omene no why na be replace wonom. So normally I say that the next star is you, the next best rapper is you. And ye na ye hwe rap battle no aba e de ama youth no man mema wabro 18 years ekwa na te say oka ho bi enti wamo na wamo TV screen so other ones eka ho ya in due time no ye de mo phone ni ade beto so audition no ye boma ya friend say ifiada etwemu yi enti wamo aka na officially wonom eda TV screen so de kire mo no ti ubenya emrante ni bi te say Doggy Stone owum ubenya Della Boy ubenya Kwame Vibes and ubenya Golden Boy UP Vibes and ubenya Rajiv Delight ubenya I'm a savage to trap savage ubenya no so Fly Boy Flaku Rap God and a pie chart ono rap we are say me rap your first pie chart no amazing boy woman nyina ye mrante a wo ade pene say your friend say yana ye hwe rap battle nyame adom officially on the 3rd April 2026 so if you da e be ya we be hu am live I will TV screen say mano your friend say microphone no na ya man beat na ono a kire di obetimi aye Ghana for obi our judges will be here and then voting nso be kire onipa no so obedi nkunim and as wondi nkunim. Of course on a day we are looking at everything, your dressing, microphone technique, your voice, your first lyrics, the ordinary nyina ye hwedi nyina because at the end of the day we want the best out of dodo ebeba no na packages e wo mu de e do so the obedi nka benya 30,000 package ya ka se package anuama wo recording deals, video shoot, other things I was anyama nyina emu na afei so the better so mienu ebenya 20,000 the better so menta enya 15,000 no ni na ye package a unkunya na cash said ya ye ka no enti eya na ma hye no so e de amanti mrante no ebe hye enti se ekwe nyina de every Friday from 8 p.m. Ekono Property TV the station to watch. Your next star is here. Your next best rapper will come from this particular show. Bremo Property TV so the yenso betimi de aboa embebu no a one person mo call that lane no eno na yenso betimi the amanti the TV screen is officially starts on the 3rd of April 2026 live on Property TV on all our social media handles no e be live wo me pacho wo ye company na sa reality show yi wo pese oboa na ye de be som Ghana fo a aya na wa fa sa numbers yi na oni ye di nkomo 0551 556 611 0551 556 611 me pacho company bi a pese ye sponsor on this program 3 solid months and this programming by live every Friday on TV afei ye beba hood ho na ya be live nso e wo honti ubetimi afre na ma me boss 0551 556 611 official number ubetimi afre no na ya bo ade ni hudi ru e wo sa program no so ye de ama wo ebusua ye sorry so na ye nkoma me fa seda ma logic phones me fa bi nso ma RKM properties na me fa bi ma Franco Trading Enterprise so madam na pay property the break no ba ho so Mr. Selly team no and afi so Enoch Ben and Aaron e share camera ne sound no so e de MIA F4 bright na wo duty na pay e wo MCR afi so if yan shira e de kase body nkan e ba ye na ma kelom Jemfian join na mbom wo fi ha sanse Friday no the Black Stars of Ghana lose by 5-1 and ye Germany 5:30 pepepe minim dia na o mesa ma yen minim dia o meye yen ne nti o de 5:30 na 6 bo atena se na o de hwe bi na de be ko bia no we se bia be beto bia ye employee nti ye be hwe de no so e betimi akomi producer na pay Priscilla owusu buama ono kan asem ni si ni de suma ya opini Emmanuel Kwawukumey ebe buama discussion so etimi koso ana pay sorry so na kwanya me adoma kire be san ba ye frame ya beku ya moa nyame ya adoma kire ya be san atwa so we da se
Yes,